The story of the parting of the sea, which is linked to Moses and the people of Israel, is considered one of the famous events in religious heritage. According to religious tradition, this incident occurred when the Israelites were fleeing from Pharaoh and his Egyptian army, after God allowed Moses to lead them to freedom. While the people of Israel were walking through the wilderness and reached the shores of the Red Sea, Pharaoh and his army quickly pursued them. When the Egyptian people saw him coming, they became afraid and despaired, and they began to blame Moses for bringing them out of Egypt to die in the wilderness or be handed over to the Egyptians. At this time, God told Moses to raise his hand and his staff over the sea, and God willing, the sea would lack an escape route for the people of Israel. So Moses did as God commanded him, and reached the bow with his staff and thus opened the sea. A dry corridor was formed in the middle of the Red Sea, through which the people of Israel were able to cross and get away from the Egyptian army. Once the Hebrew people had crossed to the other side, Moses commanded God to close the sea. When Moses raised his hand and staff again, the waters collapsed on the Egyptian army and they drowned in the sea. In the traditions of heavenly religions, the story of the parting of the sea is an indication of the power of God and his ability to save his people and perform miracles. It is one of the important stories that teaches us the importance of trusting and relying on God in difficult times.